Alright, how's it going, guys? Welcome to Splitgate Arena Reloaded. Today I'm going to give you a quick rundown, some tips and tricks on how to improve at Splitgate Arena Reloaded, and how to do things like triple portaling, just how portals work in general, and also information about things like power weapons and just kind of spawns in general, and just kind of the game and how the game flows. Firstly, positioning in this game and in any arena shooter is very important. So if you're playing King of the Hill, I believe first hill is usually right here in this spot on Abyss. What you're not gonna want to do is stand in the middle here, because where you are, there are a million different angles that you can get shot from. You can get shot from up here, you can get shot from here, you can get shot from down here, up here, from back here, or on this wall. You can get shot, obviously, from across the way there. You don't want to be standing there. You can stand over in this corner and still be, you know, pretty protected from at least this angle, and you have sight lines on every other angle that you can get shot from. So you obviously want to pay attention up here, pay attention here, and coming in through this way. You can also stand on this corner, and it's pretty similar. You have sight lines on people coming in, you have protection for people coming in from bridge, you have sight lines over here from down below, but you are also kind of vulnerable to this area over here. So I suggest standing here, so you have sight lines everywhere. You can hear people coming from bridge. You have sight lines everywhere else. So kind of stand on this corner, so you're capping hill. You can see everywhere. You can shoot up here if needed, because people will, if they know about this spot, they will sit up there and try to shoot down on you. And so being up there is a very good spot to be. And I guess that's a good kind of a good point for if you are attacking base, is this spot up here where the railgun spawn is. You can literally pick up railgun, come over here, and just shoot down on the people down on hill, and you can get an easy team wipe just like that. And they might not even look up to shoot at you, because they might not even know that you're up there. So that's a very good spot to go if you are attacking. And if you're defending, obviously always, you know, you want to look up there, because there's going to be people coming from that direction. Another part of this too is if you're on hill, always have an escape route planned, right? So standing from right where I am right now, there are there are a lot of possible escape routes, right? I could go here to get away, and then there's a portal wall there as well. Now I'm back out to safety. I can go, you know, even easier. I can take this wall, so if someone's coming up from up top, maybe I don't want to, you know, risk having to go out that way. Maybe just go down here and down under, so I still have sightline on hill, and I force the people up top to come down. Or if someone's coming from down low for hill, you go up top, and now you have the advantage. You have the height advantage. I mean, they're capturing hill, but you have the height advantage up here. You can shoot down on them. Now, you know, you have control of this power position. So it's very important while you're playing in general to stay close to a portal wall, just so that you have that ability to get out quickly. Just so you have that ability to get out quick is really important. Another thing you'll notice is when you put two portals on the same wall, it turns red. That means that the portal is locked, so nobody can put a portal on that wall, including yourself. So you see I'm clicking it, and it's making that sound. It doesn't like that. It doesn't like, I can't put a portal on it. I can't move. You know, normally the way the portal works is you have a yellow, you have a purple. So yellow places first. Well, not always, but yellow places first, and then purple, and then I can do this, and it places my yellow again. I do that, it places my purple again, my yellow, and then I do that, and now I can't place any more portals anymore. The only way to break this is for you to either place a portal on another wall, for you to close your portals, or if an enemy has an EMP grenade, or you have an EMP grenade, you throw the EMP grenade at the wall, and then it will close it. So that is your first, the first thing you should always do is block off the wall. I like blocking off that wall because a lot of players, the way that they route, they're going to be coming in from this way, and they're going to be using this wall to rotate in on this hill. So if you can block off that hill, you are denying that you're denying access to that route. So they can't get in that way. They have to then, you know, engage with you here, physically, you know, engage with you and fight. They can't get in through that way. You can also, I also see a lot of people closing off this portal, so you deny this route, where people will come in kind of from this way, from this wall, and into the back wall. So if you have coordination with your team, one of your teammates should block off this wall, and then the other teammate should block off that wall. So then you've denied 2 different ways to get in. Well, you haven't denied 2 different ways to get in, but you've denied 2 different routes, and you've forced them to either walk across bridge or kind of walk across this little balcony here to try and take hill. You're not allowing them to use that portal wall unless they use an EMP. And if they do use an EMP, that's when you use your EMP to counter it. And then you just get the kill. But like this is very good. This is very strong, especially against someone like me who I don't run EMP grenade, I run stim. So like if I'm playing and you block off this wall and I'm coming from this direction, I can't get on there. I can't go that way. I can't get that peek that I want and then be able to hide. I have to, you know, risk peeking up here, trying to get the shots that way. So that's kind of some basics. You see down here as well, this is a power-up. These will also spawn on the map along with power weapons. This is Hyper Sight, so this gives you, for a period of time, it gives you the ability to see through walls where enemies are. So this is obviously very good for recon, to be able to see how many enemies are on hill that you're pushing and where they're located. So if you're thinking of attacking hill and you want to know where the enemies are, you pick up the Hyper Sight and you see, let's say you see, you know, 1, 2 are down here and one of them is up here, right? One of them is up top. So you would want to go up here first, take out the guy up on the top, and now, you know, you're looking down at a 1v2. You now have this power position because you took out the guy that was on the power position, and you're now in a, you know, a 1v2 advantage, which I know I say 1v2 advantage, but you know what I mean when, you know, you have high ground, you're able to shoot down on them and put pressure on them that way. Now I'm going to try to give you some tips on specific modes, how to do well in certain modes, such as King of the Hill, right? So this is an objective-based game, which means you want to have control of the objective as much as possible. Obviously, it's fun to go out and get kills, but a lot of the time, if you're not on the objective, you're not going to get a lot of kills. The way you get a lot of kills very often is by getting the objective. Now, you might notice that we just got a prompt that said hill moving. So when that happens, you're going to want to move over to where that hill is. It's okay to leave the hill. It's alright. The enemy team might get some progress, but they're going to get like 15 seconds compared to my 60 seconds that I'm going to get by getting on hill early. So if you hear someone say rotate new or rotate new early, pay attention to that. So we'll pay attention to it again when it comes back up. But you're going to see a little hourglass pop up. The announcer will say hill moving. You're going to want to pay attention to where that hourglass icon goes and make your way there as quickly as you can, because you want to be on the hill first. That's the goal. You want to be there first. You want to keep control of it as much as you can. You'll notice at 15 seconds, it announces hill moving. We see that hourglass moved down over there. So we want to head into that direction. We're going to leave the hill behind, and we're going to go over to the new hill. Now we're here, and you might have a fight here, but you'll notice now we're immediately capturing hill as soon as it rolls. So we left that hill 15 seconds earlier. Right now, if the enemy was not able to touch hill while we were on it, they would have 30 points to our 115. So it's very important for you to rotate the new hill early and to contest it and to stay on it for as much as you can. Now, it's not a bad idea, of course, if you have to step off of it for defensive purposes, right? Of course, someone's coming in at you from this direction and you need to reposition to get a better angle on them. You might give up a few points there, but as long as you get that kill, you can sit right back on it. You're good to go. Alright, so domination is naturally a bit different than King of the Hill. So instead of one objective, you have 3 different objectives. So you have an A, you have a B, you have a C. At the round start, your team will have A or C. and then B will be neutral. So that is, a lot of times, B is going to be the one that teams are going to fight over first. I am going to tell you that you can do that, but you can also just skip ahead and just go straight for C, because the way that you win in domination is by controlling 2 points the whole game. Obviously, you know, if you can control 3 points, that's great. But your primary goal should be to control 2 points, right? You can give the enemy team one hill, right? For me, in this case, for this lobby, it's going to be B. The enemy has B. I don't care. They can have it. I'm gaining points twice as fast as the enemy team is. You know, so I am contributing to a lead. Now, of course, if you're sitting on C and you're not in any danger, nobody's coming for it, you notice someone's running for A, you know, go back to A and play defense on A. Obviously, naturally, you would want to do that. If you see that someone has already taken A, but B has nobody on it, go ahead and grab B. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad strategy. But the main goal is to hold 2 points at once. And so in domination, there's going to be a lot of moving around, a lot of routing that you're going to be doing to get between the hills, which you've already kind of seen me doing in this video. So, I mean, an easy route, naturally, to take that you've already seen me do if you want to get from C to A on Abyss specifically, is look down this hallway, put a portal here, look to the left, put one there. There is a little portal right through this window. So if you walk through this one and you look to the left, you can see a little portal through this window right here. You can hit that. And then without even turning your crosshair or very slightly turning your crosshair, you're going to step through this portal and then place another one right there. And same thing again, walk back through it and you're back on A. And then to get back to B or to get back to C, it's again very simple. So from where we just came in through this wall right here, we're going to turn around. We're going to use that corner wall. And turn around, use this one. Turn left slightly coming through the portal. We're going to place a wall there. And then we're back on C again. And again, that works in the reverse as well. So if you're from C, looking down this hallway, you can click there. Turn around, click here. Look to your right, coming out, click there. And then you're back on A. Right there. That's how you do that route. Eventually, like, you're going to learn these. You're probably going to do it very slowly. Like me showing it just now is probably a little fast. But that's kind of the idea, is you place a portal there, you place a portal here, come out, look to the right, place a portal there, turn around, come back through your portal, and now you're back on the other zone. And, you know, as you get faster, you will learn the routes a little bit more. Naturally, I'm kind of still learning, but you'll be able to do it a lot faster. Kind of like that. And when you come out of this portal, like, if you really wanted to, you could do another one right there, but you really don't have to, because it's like, what, 2 meters you have to walk? Yeah, 3 meters. Like, just walk out of that portal and get on hill. That's fine. So that's pretty much domination. Just control 2 points to the best of your ability. There's a lot that happens in domination. You will notice that the more people that are on the hill, the faster it's capping. So if you see this meter to the end, so like this little blue meter, you'll see it. You can see it on top of the B on the scoreboard, how it's halfway, and now it's moving kind of slowly. If it's moving really fast, you're going to notice that that means that there's a lot of players on that hill, and you might want to consider not attacking it at that point, because the entire team is probably there. Next thing for you to learn are some advanced portal tactics. So first thing is the concept of the triple portal. Triple portaling is very good to use in fights. You can use it to gain the high ground, or just to reposition, you know. So let's say, you know, this guy sees me over here. I don't have a gun that can reach him that far away. So once you get over there, I notice there's a portal wall right there. I can place a portal here, turn to my right, place a portal there, come out of it, turn left, place a portal there, and now I have an angle on him, and I'm much closer to the player, and I can go for the kill. So that was doing it very slowly. In full speed, it would look something like this. So, like, naturally, you're not going to be able to do it that fast right away. And even I'm not the fastest you're ever going to see do it. But it still is a very good thing to learn. So the way you're going to want to, what you're going to want to do to learn this is, first, place one portal here, place another one on the other side to open it up. And then I want you to kind of look at it sideways and kind of wiggle between it and get a feel for how much space that you can realistically wiggle in between your portal. So you can kind of hear that little whoosh sound. That means you're on the other side of it. You'll notice you do not have to move very much at all. So basically the way triple portal works is you essentially use one of your portals as kind of a platform, I guess, so to speak, right? So I can kind of sit up here and show you. So you'll notice you can see the yellow ring around this portal. You hear that little whoosh, and now I'm on the green side, but I'm not falling down. So I can stay in this portal whilst like also being able to use my other portal, right? So now I can place that portal again right there, and now I'm out. I place that portal again, and I'm back out again. That's kind of the concept of the triple portal. It's very good. Doing this specifically is very good for rotating. So the way I want you to practice this is placing your two portals, wiggling between them, kind of like this. Get a feel for how much space you can really move between in your portal and still be within the range of it. And then when you're ready, when you're comfortable, I want you to throw a portal over there. Do the same thing. Do the same thing. And then when you're ready and you're comfortable, throw a portal over there. And before you know it, you'll be doing all kinds of crazy maneuvers. You'll be able to go move around the map really quickly. You'll be able to do all kinds of, you'll just be able to rotate. So this is very good for rotates naturally. I'm probably gonna have a separate video specifically dedicated to portal rotates on certain maps, from one hill to another hill, from just one spawn to another spawn, just depending on like the needs of the situation. But that's kind of the basics of how portals work and how the game works, and how to and also some basic strategies and how to improve generally in Splitgate.